This video is to help you regrow your thickest, longest and proudest hair you've ever had as naturally as possible. And it's 100% possible if you follow the steps in this video and you listen carefully all the way to the end. By the end of this presentation, I want you to know a couple of things. Firstly, I want you to have more idea about what Nutrafol is. This is an unbiased review of Nutrafol. This video is not sponsored by Nutrafol. Secondly, I want you to understand exactly what's in Nutrafol in terms of the ingredients. But the most important part of this video by far is this second part here. I want you to know about this superior hair growth method that is more potent and cheaper than Nutrafol. Understanding what this method is could change the future of your hair growth forever.
Disclaimer: this content of this video is for general education only and is not intended as advice to any individual or to any groups. Speak to your own healthcare provider before you make any changes that could affect your health.
This video is presented by me, Jibril. I'm a pharmacist who worked in the hair loss industry and also published on the topic. So before we go ahead and speak about this method, let's talk about Nutrafol in terms of the pros and cons. So Nutrafol is a very good brand. It's been around for a long time. The ingredients are 100% natural. That's great. It's clinically studied, even though if some of the studies are slightly less quality. It's been studied, and you can't say that about every single brand, which is good. Some scientists and doctors recommend it, even though some of them are sponsored, as in Nutrafol paid them to give this recommendation. And they have different pricing systems depending on your budget, or how much hair you want to regrow, or exactly what your hair loss history is. Let's talk about some of the cons. So it's not going to be 100% effective, but you can say that against any hair loss or hair growth brand. It's very pricey, so this is one of the major cons. Single bottles priced at $88, which is quite expensive. Lack of data. So even though in the last slide we said it's studied and it's got some recommendations, you'll find a lot of the studies have been sponsored by Nutrafol themselves. So obviously there's a conflict of interest there. But by far the biggest problem, and this is why a lot of hair loss brands that are good quality like Nutrafol don't work for many people. There are many people who use Nutrafol, and even better brands who do not grow a single hair back. And this problem could be at the root of what's stopping them actually growing hair with these brands. And I call it a huge result killer, because that's what it does. It really kills your results, and people blame the brand and say Nutrafol doesn't work, Miele doesn't work, what's the other one, Viviscal doesn't work, when this is the problem that is actually stopping them. But if you fix this problem, you can actually enjoy spectacular results. And this problem is solved by a very simple technique. The fix is not that difficult, and it's a fix that is well known in pro circles. So as I said, I've worked in hair loss clinics, hair transplant clinics, and this is something they apply all the time. But for some reason this is not known in the wider public, which is a shame because it's so easy to apply. So the problem that we talked about in the last slide is that Nutrafol uses one type of ingredients. It uses kind of vitamins and herbs, but there's something missing. And this method, this stacking method right in front of you here, solves the problem. And you will know what the fix is once we go through it. So the routine is, with this hair growth method, is in the morning you take your combination of vitamins, minerals and herbs, something like Nutrafol or Viviscal, a good brand that has a combination of these oral supplements. But at night time, you apply a precise blend of essential oils. So this method is a stack of all the good oral stuff, the vitamins, the minerals, the herbs, but at night time you apply the essential oils, and we're going to go through what the essential oils are a bit later. And I personally know, and I have seen it in the places I worked at, when you stack these two, some people even stack a third product on top, you double, triple, quadruple your results, because you throw in more at the problem, you throw in more things at hair loss, and eventually you start to win. You see, when you think about it like that, I bet some of you watching this are saying, actually that makes perfect sense. How come I never thought about stacking more products like this? It's very simple, but it's mighty effective. But there's a problem, and the problem is this won't work without the correct blend. You have to get the correct blend for the morning and for the evening, and it's quite hard to find both the morning product and the evening product, the essential oils and the oral stuff, in one brand. Most likely you're going to have to shop around and try and mix and match, which is quite annoying. And the third problem is to find high quality brands both for the morning product and for the evening product. Is going to be very difficult. Unfortunately, the hair growth supplement market is flooded with untested, low quality garbage. But don't give up yet, because there are a couple of wonderful solutions. And solution number one is, if you used hair loss products before, is to combine an oral and essential oil brands that have worked for you before. You might have tried a oral brand for a while and it worked, and then you switched to an essential oil or something you put in your hair and that worked. Maybe go back and combine them and use them at the same time together. If you have no idea which products to start with or try, you'll have to do your homework. As I said before, unfortunately, especially on Amazon, there's just lots of low quality products, so you have to really do your research. Solution number two, and full disclosure, I work with Foligrow. I am part of the company, but do not take my word for it. Go and check for yourself everything I say on here, and then you will find that Foligrow stands up to every single claim, every single thing I'm about to say about it. So don't rely on my words. If you think, oh, he's only promoting the product he's involved in, Foligrow stands on its own two legs. Okay, so having said that, so Foligrow basically solves the problem for you in one hit, because as far as I know, Foligrow is the only brand on the planet that actually employs this stacking system, because they have an oral formula just like Nutrafol, but they also have a sister product, which is the oil version. When you see what's in both, you will see why this delivers results that Nutrafol and other brands like Viviscal and The Ordinary can only dream of, because it's using a different technique. Okay, so the oral formula has got 13 oral ingredients, the usual suspects: biotin, vitamin, D, C, E, copper, magnesium, all that stuff, all the good stuff. But then in the oil, you have 9 monster essential oils that have been proven to regrow hair. And the research, the testing data, all that you can find on the Foligrow website. And by the way, Foligrow is one of the few brands that actually publishes their analytical data, as in the testing data, on their website. So before you even buy it, you can see the testing data that says, yep, this is you in Foligrow. There's exactly what it says on the label. Okay, and Foligrow is another rare brand. It's actually made by experts. A lot of the brands are made by kind of pharmaceutical companies that do kind of other beauty stuff like perfumes and candles and all that stuff. But foligrow is made solely by experts who are passionate about hair loss and hair regrowth. And there are many happy users, and you can go and see all these happy users on the website. And this is the best part, I think, the price. So remember, we said Nutrafol is $88 for one bottle. I don't know if one bottle, I'm assuming one bottle is for 1 month. But for foligrow, you can get 3 months of the oral formula plus one bottle that would probably last you 2 or 3 months of the oil. 3 months, not 1 month, 3 months for $76. So what's that? 70 divided by 3. My maths is not, it's not that great, but I make it, that's less than $30 per month, which is an amazing value for what you get. But sadly, foligrow is only available in the US, Canada, and Europe. So the US, Canada, UK, Europe, that's fine. It's not available for Asia and Africa and South America. It's not available for those countries.